Hello, welcome back. This will be a very quick, short part 3 video. Just trying to get through the rest of the slides in one video. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. Depends on how much information I want to get out there. So once again, we were talking about frequency tables, and we were talking about cumulative frequency, relative frequency, and then we got into this class intervals for uniform class intervals table, n equals 10 for data. So back to our original example of we have these ages from 0 to 5 to 52, and how does this look? So when we're doing relative frequency, right, if you want to go back to the very beginning and look at the slides when we kind of flipped that stem plot on its side, we kind of created a histogram like chart, and then from that you can kind of get the frequency. So we have the values between 0 and 9.99 in age. There's one value of them. So since there's only 10, that is 10% of the values, right? There's 10%, 10 over 100, 10% of the relative frequency. Cumulative at this point is 10. If we were to look at now between 10 and 19, well, there's only one number between 10 and 19, so there's one frequency, 10%. And now relative frequency added together will give you the cumulative frequency, so 10% plus 10% gives you your 20% all the way down. And as you can see, the next one between 20 and 29, well, you're going to have 4 values, so frequency of 4 over 10 gives you your 40%. Cumulative frequency at this point would be your 10 plus 40, and that gives you 60% cumulative frequency. You can see how this continues on. So here we have a histogram as a frequency chart for quantitative measurements, but notice how the bars touch. So histogram bars have to touch each other for it to be a histogram chart. If you want a bar chart is with non-touching bars and reserved for categorical measurements and non-uniform class intervals. What do we mean by non-uniform class levels? Well, we know high school encompasses, at least here in Nevada, high school is grades 9 through 12, right? But middle school is grades, most of them here are from 6 to 8, right? And so there's 4 grade levels here, 3 grade levels here. Elementary school could have kindergarten to 5th grade in there, so or there might even be pre-K depending how you're looking at it, but they have pre-K over here by itself, which would just be one value. So you can see these are non-uniform class levels. They're not equally measured in distance, unlike let's say like in high school or in college when you have a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, right? All those intervals are evenly spaced between each other. A pie chart for frequency data is in the following table. So a pie chart really shows you more of the frequency laid out in percentages. I personally like pie charts a lot. I think they're very easy to read, very clean, and you can get a lot of information from them. And you can see here, pie charts are based really upon the relative frequency of the value. So if you see elementary is from years 5 to 11 years old, and this one has 469 over the 654 possible things, which would be 71.7%. And you see here is the pie chart. Now some pie charts will put in the values here for you to see. If they're really small, they'll come off to the side and tell you some sort of percent. Some might even have in here what percent this is. You just have to kind of look at the key and go from there. Pie charts are also well suited for displaying relative frequencies, like I just said. And that will conclude Chapter 3. If you have any questions, always reach out to me through Canvas or email, and I'd be happy to discuss anything that you need to talk about. Have a great day. See you in the next video.